Hello and welcome to Tobysblogs. Today I'm going to be talking about the paranormal. Just turn my screen so I can see it a bit better. Today I'm going to be talking about the paranormal and a little update on the world of the paranormal, including a couple of new ones today. Okay, so you've seen probably loads of my videos on the paranormal. As a Christian, I'm not meant to be actually talking or knowing much about the paranormal, but I know quite a lot about the paranormal after reading books. So the paranormal, what is the paranormal? Paranormal is anything that pretty goes against science, really. Paranormal, when people go, oh, the paranormal, they normally think ghosts. That's what I think. Ghosts, spirits, or as some people call the occult, which I don't really like calling it the occult, because it's not really. Well, it is kind of, and also, I think under the paranormal also comes things like UFOs and stuff. That's not really paranormal. I don't really class that as paranormal. The stuff I class as paranormal would be ghosts and spirits, mediums, psychics, and also this new one, telekinesis, comes into it as well, apparently, according to some professors from the Paranormal Society. Yeah, so let's kind of refresh ourselves about the forms of communicating through clairvoyance, clairaudience, and clairsentience from the book Derek Acora, Paranormal Stories, Haunted, Scary Stories, No One's Like It, which is a fantastic read, by the way. And clairvoyance clairvoyance is, I'm sure it's seeing, yeah, in your mind's eye. Clairvoyance, clairaudience, hearing, and clairsentience, feeling. So that's how mediums and things feel, hear, see. Yeah, and I was just watching this film called Return to Witch Mountain, which is all about these aliens who can manipulate molecules, which I've also talked about this before on Tobysblogs, and it's called telekinesis, which is a part of it, which is moving things through your mind, by manipulating molecules or something with your mind, or the power within your mind, doing stuff. And for some reason, well, according to the Paranormal Society, it is classed as a paranormal gift, something that you can't explain. Telekinesis is moving things through your mind, the energies flowing out of your mind and into an object and moving it, it is possible to move things through your mind. It is possible. Your brain is capable of so many things, but because you don't automatically use them when you're born or whatever, it fades away and it just dies and you never get it back. Maybe you can with training or something. The same with psychic abilities and that kind of thing. Everyone has them. It's just they're not activated. If you were a child and maybe you were activated at birth, your brain would click in and then that automatically working all the way through your life. The same with people in here, Tony and whatever the other one is, Tina, whatever her name is, I can't remember what her name was. And yes, they were brought up with telekinesis and the manipulating of molecules from birth. So it's the kind of thing with our brains. You got half your brain. You only use half your brain. So you only use half your brain at a time. And so the other half, what was that? What was all that about? The other half of your brain, like what's it doing? What was it meant to be doing? What was it meant to be doing? And I think part of that you lose the gift to do is telekinesis. Everyone has probably an element of telekinesis in their mind. It's just been faded away probably. It's not scientific proof, it's just accusations kind of thing. That's what I kind of think. and what I've heard from people is that half your brain you don't use. It can do so many things, like oh yes, this man is a cyborg expert, and he puts implants in your brain to activate the parts of your brain that don't work no more, and he is looking to make so you have X-ray vision, fantastic vision on all those things by putting metal chips in your brain, which I think is a bit ugh. And also you can lift things with his mind and things by putting chips in his mind. And so yeah, it's quite disgusting turning yourself into like a cyborg. Shut your mouth. Anyway, so yeah, so you're turning these people into cyborgs, which is kind of blah, 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 blah. Would you really want to have bits of metal in your body or in your brain? So you're half robot, half human, rather like a Cyberman. I wish they would shut up. I'm trying to make a video. And so yeah, telekinesis. Yeah, so let's get back into the paranormal aspect. Yeah, I was watching people on the internet doing telekinesis tests and things, and so yeah, I was looking on the internet for telekinesis. I was basically looking it up after watching the film, and I was interested by it, and so I came up with some videos of this man who was stopping the Hispanic coin, and he was stopping it with his mind, which could easily be stopped naturally. I was watching it and I was thinking, it was like at the end of the video, I'm sorry if you're scared. It was like, that didn't scare me at all. Just did not scare me whatsoever. And it was like, it could have fallen naturally. It was like going, and it was like, and it span round, and at the moment you start doing this, it kind of stopped, but it was shaking on the table for quite a while, and if you had taken his power, you just go down, stop, dead. It's like putting your hand on it, isn't it? So yeah, that wouldn't work. And then this other person who was rolling a pen around on a table, which was a test that wasn't really good, because I'm sure there was loads of flaws in that plan. One, the pen moved from side to side. Easily it could have been, a magnet could have been put underneath, and it actually looked like it was the movement of a magnet going back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, and it was like telekinesis. Okay, if you're doing any test with telekinesis, the only test that you could do that would give concrete proof is to levitate stuff with your mind. Like if I got this glass and I concentrated it on the table and it went like that, with nothing attached to it, that is telekinesis. Moving things with your mind, levitating, not just moving on a table, because that could be done by magnets. So the only way to properly prove that telekinesis is actually possible, and that telekinesis, you actually got the powers of telekinesis, is to levitate stuff. And people on Witch Mountain can levitate themselves as well as other things and manipulate molecules. But yeah, so if you want to do, yeah, so there's always people on the internet going, oh, I've got the power. It's like, they should give me concrete proof. I'm not going to say you've got the power. And yeah, it's weird. The telekinesis. Telekinesis. So yeah, paranormal. It's a strange thing. But yeah, that's my little updates on telekinesis. So let's see what you think about telekinesis. And sorry about the noise outside. It's 11:24 and they're all rushing about going, oh, she's having a shit, is she? Oh dear, he's having a shit. We really want to know he's having a shit, don't we? Disgusting. So yeah, so paranormal. And if you want to know anything about the paranormal, I'll give you an update if you ever want one. I'm kind of widening my knowledge of the paranormal now. I know all about spirits and ghosts, I'm expanding it with mediumship and psychics, and now we're moving on to the telekinesis. So I got in contact with the psychic, and she's been giving me a couple help throughout the time, but she kind of predicted that I would get a lot of money on a certain day. That never happened, so well about that. Psychic TV, I got my reading for the end of April. A new lover will appear. Ooh, let's see whether that prediction comes true. So yeah, I will get back to you soon. Thank you. Build hard for hard. Love you guys. Goodbye.